Good morning. It's 7:33 and we are packed up and heading to the falls to go have tea at the falls. We had a pretty good sleep. It was warm when we went to bed. We got to now get used to it. It's like actually going to be almost hot when we get into the bed, but it cools down pretty quick. I had to put my puffy pants back on in the middle of the night. It didn't get cold last night, but cool enough that you need to have your sleep bags and stuff still. I'm assuming eventually it's going to get that hot that we're just going to be laying on top of our sleeping bags. But today I'm excited. We're going to go see the falls, have tea, and then we're going to go to Boots Off. Look at this rock wall. This is beautiful. Holy. So this is you can't really tell in the video, but it's a huge rock staircase going down to the falls. Up at the top of it had a blue blaze, and just like there's some sections that have a bad weather bypass, this section has a high water bypass. So if the river was high, the falls was high, we would have just taken another way around. Because this water is kind of deep in this valley. I could see it rising severely, like if after hurricanes and heavy rains and stuff. But it is good to go today, so we're taking the original route. So we are finally at the falls. This is Laurel Fork Falls, and I'm having my tea. So we enjoyed a little break at the falls. Now we're gonna head to Boots Off. Faith just checked at 7.5. to Boots Off from here, so that makes it an 8.7 day. We're starting with a climb. I think it's like 3 miles of climbing, and then the rest will be mostly down into Boots Off. So we'll see how long this takes us. It's 8:30 now, but we had a nice little break already, and really enjoyed my tea at the falls. I remember this spot now. I've seen this in lots of videos, where we have to kind of walk around this ledge here around the water. You see I'll zoom in, you can see the white blazes on the rock there. We got to go around there. That's pretty cool. So we just stopped on our up. It's a lot of switchbacks. It's not bad. It's still an up though. So it was tiring. So we just stopped, took a little break, charged up the phone, and I just checked. We have 4.4 miles till we get to Boots Off. I think it's about 11:15. We have about 1.2 till we get to the next water source, which that's how I get up the hills, is I sip on water because I breathe through my mouth, and so it gets a little dry. So I'm conserving till I get to that next water source. And then I think after the water source, we have just a little bit more up, and then we'll be heading down into Boots Off. So we're on our way down towards Boots Off, and this is the beautiful view of the lake. We weren't supposed to get any weather today, but we did feel some sprinkles coming on, but we checked. I don't think it's going to be very much, if there is anything, because it's still not even showing on the weather that it's going to rain. So far the down isn't crazy down. it's somewhat slow, but I'm hoping that could change. That could change any minute. On the downs, heading down into town tends to be a pretty rough down, but so far it's not too bad. So while I'm walking into Boots Off, I just wanted to give a little reminder about Sammy's backpacks. So if you want to learn more about Sammy's backpacks, you can go to Sammy's Backpacks on Facebook, or you can go on the website sammysbackpacks.org, and you can find out more information on what the charity is, and also to find out more details on how things are going as far as the justice for Sammy is going. We do have the sentencing hearing coming up in June 11th and 12th. And the Crown does have the appeal in at this point. I'm not sure if it moved up past the second level yet. Sammy Sr. keeps the websites and the Facebook up to date on everything that is happening with the Justice for Sammy. So you can go, like I said, go check out Sammy's Backpacks on Facebook or sammysbackpacks.org. Don't forget to send Sam and Bridget your thoughts and your prayers and your well wishes. They need all the support they can get. If there's anybody who is involved in the justice system, MPs, anybody, if you have any tips or support that you could offer, please do. And we just gotta pray that justice for Sammy actually happens, and because manslaughter is not justice. Sammy was murdered, in our opinion, and in most people's opinion, and when they know the full story, it was first-degree murder. But it at least has to have the word murder. He was not manslaughtered. That's not what happened that day. Nowhere near manslaughter. The judge is out of his mind for going. He contradicted himself. Nothing that he said made sense. I think it's pretty difficult for Crown to appeal a judge's decision. But there is enough there to appeal this decision, and I hope that it gets to the panel of 3 and they see the errors of this judge's ways. I just don't understand how he got where he got. I'll probably do a separate video talking about a little bit about that. There's been more than one judge involved that took their own liberties and didn't actually follow the law. They didn't follow the black and white law that was in front of them, and it has caused chaos and has done everything except show justice. So just a reminder, if you want to know a little bit more about this, and then you'll see it when you see at the end of my videos, our videos, you see the little backpack and the picture of Sam. It has on there too, it says sammysbackpacks.org, and that'll be information about the charity, about the backpacks, and stuff that Sam and Bridget collect and provide for children. And they're starting this year too, I think, with the Children's Hospital and for homeless. Like it's expanding, but it's also I'm sure Sam and Bridget are pushing it to have support for other families who are going through stuff like this, and there is no justice. There is no justice for them. It's not enough support for them. You feel like they're out on their own. Oh, I shouldn't be talking and walking, especially about this, but yeah, so they definitely need victims and victims' families need more support through the justice system. It's a secondary trauma. I don't think anybody can say that it's anything other than that. And it doesn't have to be as traumatic as it is. It is the way that the justice system is laid out, the way that people within the justice system take their job, like little things. The judge is allowed, they say good morning to the defendant. They could simply recognize the family, the parents, no matter what you think, or it doesn't matter. It's not saying that you're prejudging, but you know that there are parents sitting there who have lost their child and who are now in this justice system every day, and they're living this. They could have chose to say good morning to them, to show them respect, but they don't. And so this is where our justice system, there's little things like that. And we're reminded over and over and over again that the Crown is not Sammy's lawyer, that it's not about Sammy. And it's not about Sam and Bridget. That's not fun. That's not fun for them. And this has been going on almost 6 years. So if any of you have been through this, or know somebody who has, and you have any bits of advice, or like I said, just send them your love and encouragement. And they're now being coming out of what's happening, and there's more anger and more dedication to getting justice for Sammy and for everybody else. And I mean, like, it's almost 6 years, and their whole grieving time has been dealing with this, and it's still not over, because we're waiting for a sentencing date on a manslaughter, but we're also waiting for an appeal. So this will be going on for a while, and they'll need all the support they could get. And if you want to donate monetarily to Sammy's backpacks, you can find it out there. If you want to donate actual backpacks, school supplies, there's Canadian addresses and American addresses that you can use to send anything that you would like if you want to go shopping for the kids. But even, like I said, just love and support is more than appreciated, and just awareness of what's going on. And I'm sure the same thing is happening in the States. The justice system has some issues no matter which country you're in, and victims' rights are atrocious and need to be worked on, and the judges need to be reined in. These judges and their gray areas that they are making their own, they're kind of finding a way to get around what is the black and white law that was in front of them. So anyway, I think I will do another video separate from this, and I'll probably get loud, and my hands are gonna wave. So maybe if you don't like that kind of stuff, don't watch it. But and talking about the judges in this case, and the things that should have gone a different way if they had actually followed the laws, and followed rules, and like I said, even had any consideration for justice. The way that it was delayed for so many years, for 6 years, that's an obstruction of justice. That's like witness tampering, because people forget things happen, and it's a tactic that is done by the defendants, and these judges just allowed it. They allowed it to go on for 6 years, and then came back with a manslaughter ruling on a murder case. So, so we'll keep you posted on anything else. Like, if you have any questions, reach out or go to sammysbackpacks.org or Sammy's Backpacks on Facebook. And we're almost at Boots Off. So we're finally at Boots Off. This is our tent site. We're on tent platform 2. Got all these nice tent platforms. They have lots of shared spaces. It's really cool setup when you come in. They have a little store. If you're just wanting to pass through, you can go into their little check-in place, and you can buy pizza. It looks like they got like the hiker kitchen. You can buy food and stuff there. Buy resupply stuff if you're just stopping in. So even if you don't plan to stay here, it is a good place to stop in. Make it any easier.
Okay guys, it's time for an unboxing. Let's see what we sent ourselves. Where is mine? Oh, I have a book in this one.
Oh, ha ha ha! Big surprise! You got a book, more Sammy patches, corn nuts. Yay! Crispers. I hope I have shoes in here. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Big bag of that.
Tortillas. Chicken, noodles.
Maybe I don't have
more
chicken.
Pulled pork, toilet paper. We do have mayo.
Okay, perfect mayo.
Bacon.
There's a bacon bits.
Candy. Oh, what are these? We didn't have these yet.
Those are the different beef sticks, yeah. Marshmallow bananas. marshmallows.
New toiletry stuff.
Made myself a meal. Oh, hamburger, mushroom, peppers, and the taco seasoning and rice.
You do have shoes in here.
Rice. Oh, I do have shoes in here. Okay, good.
Look at these nice brand new shoes. Shut up. I have 200 more miles before I get new shoes.
This is Bisquick, which you probably won't be using.
No. More drinks. More fun.
Oh, this is a berry mix.
Oh, these new noodles. What are these ones?
Oh, those are the Oriental noodles that I had with the to do with the plum sauce and the biggies. Did you try? No, we sent the beef home, right?
What?
That beef and the gravy.
You didn't even have it.
I did have one at these are